where it all came from. But again, the initiation took place through baptism. Yes, baptism took place here. But one had to be baptized to cleanse yourself. You could not walk into the temple dirty. Here, even Herodotus in 450 BC, when he came here, Herodotus saw that the priests bathed 2 and 3 times a day, and 2 and 3 times in the evening. This is where we get the ablutions. This is where we get the whole idea of the baptism and all these ideas from, brothers and sisters, from the temple of Ipit-Asut in the ancient city of Waset, going back over 4,000 years ago, or 2000 BCE. These are the Karihebs. And many of you are in various areas of your work, your craft, but many of us do not know the origin of it. Here we see the Kariheb priests, also called the Hemneters, who were the servant of Amun, who the temple was dedicated to. And again, they were clean shaven. They couldn't have hair on. The priests, or the Karihebs, were vegetarians. They did not eat meat. Now, all the population in ancient times, okay, were not vegetarians, but the priests who were initiated in their 40 years were vegetarians in the process. Even when they came into the temple, they had to wear the papyrus sandals, okay? Make sure that they were clean all over, as I said, and they took many baths throughout the day. The whole education of the Kariheb priests, like the Neter Shashata, the scribe of the holy books, or the holy papyruses. Well, the holy word was written in ancient Kemet, brothers and sisters. The Mur, the overseer of the business and commerce. Commerce and business is not new. It goes back, so there were priests in various areas of their discipline, just like we have today. Many of us who have gone to school for various things for us to be educated in. Here you see the origin of it, like the Kariheb, Ma'at, priest, judge, and counselors. So here we see the whole idea of a judge and counselor, attorneys. You may be attorney at law. Here, this is the origin of the attorney of law, Ma'at, okay, of judgment, balance. The scribe, okay, of judgment. We see the Sim priests of the dead, necropolis. Those who those who have funeral homes, just like we have funeral homes today. The Kariheb Sinu, okay, the Pra'ank, the priest doctors of the house of life. When we say doctor, we should try to use an ancient Kemetic word like Sinu. That would be the Kemetic word for doctor, Sinu. So we may go on to be a Sinu in the Pra'ank, or the house of life, that's equivalent to hospitals today. The Yu'ab, or the priest of libation, to ensure purity of the temple that I talked about earlier, brothers and sisters. All this was a process. And even when Herodotus came here, the priest, he was able to get the information from the priests. Well, how many priests and initiates are in the temple? Over 80,000 students matriculated here, brothers and sisters, in this great spiritual center. But many of us go to Western universities, and many of us have no idea or cannot mention the great city or temple of Ipit-Asut, where the world's first university system came from. Right here in this spiritual center, where over 80,000 students came to go to school here for 40 years. Even the Greeks who came hundreds of years later, also like Thales, Pythagoras, where did they get their order? From right here.